Hey guys! Welcome to my Dio Brando makeup tutorial. So first things first, you want to have your contacts in. Mine are new EOS Adult Red, and I will have a link to them down in the description. Optionally, you probably want to have your fangs in if you wear fangs for Dio. I do. And you also want to have your hair in a wig cap or out of your face, and your base makeup on. So first thing you want to do is prime your eyelids with an eyeshadow primer. I use my Urban Decay Primer Potion. And another thing I should have mentioned earlier is I block out about a third of my eyebrows for Dio, like the last third of my eyebrows, because Dio has very high arches, so I just kind of block my eyebrows out and draw that above where my normal arch would be. And the way I do that is use a glue stick, the way like drag queens do it, and there are so many tutorials for that on YouTube. I will link some so you guys can see, and I do that when I'm doing my base makeup, so I already did that and don't waste time doing that for this tutorial. Alright, so on to the actual makeup. I'm going to take an eyeshadow that is about 1 to 2 shades lighter than my lid color just to set my eyeshadow primer. And now on to contouring. So I'm going to take my NYX Contour and Highlight Pro Palette and a nice contour brush. I'm going to start contouring our face. So I'm going to take a rather cool tone. I forget what this one's called. Contour, but you see, because Dio's pretty pale, so we're going with cool tones. And start to contour your cheekbones. I start pretty high, because Dio has like some serious high cheekbones, you know, because he's a vampire and everything, so. So you can see I'm just contouring my cheeks here, and then I go and take a darker color and make that contour a little bit darker at the beginning. And I put a lot on there, but then just make sure you blend it out real well with a clean brush. Make sure you also contour your temples and a little bit of your forehead as well. I also contour my chin and jawline here, and then I also contour down the sides of my neck as well. Alright, so after cheek contour, we can move on to our nose and the rest of our face. So taking a fluffy eyeshadow brush and that same cool contour color, I start at the beginning of my brow and contour down the sides of my nose. Also, contour in your cupid's bow, as this will make your lips really pop. And I also contour under my lower lip to emphasize my chin as well. So after contouring, you can move on to highlighting. So I highlight my cupid's bow, or the bit right above my upper lip. And then I highlight the entire bridge of my nose. And then I will also highlight the high point of my cheeks. And now it's on to brows. I recommend using an eyebrow primer. Mine is NYX Proof It. And so I will put that on the visible 2/3 of my eyebrow, and then I will draw it above where my normal eyebrow would actually be, where we're going to draw Dio's eyebrows. It just gives the eyeshadow that we're going to use something to really hold on to. So then take a angled brush and a matte black eyeshadow and start drawing in your brow. right where you started blocking out your eyebrow, keep drawing that line straight up to make those high arches. Then start bringing the line sharply downwards. You can see I spent a lot of time doing my brows, but I will fast forward to the finished product. Once you're done filling in your brows, what I'm doing here is taking a eyeshadow brush and a light eyeshadow, not quite white, but not quite my skin tone, and putting that underneath the arch of the brow to make it appear higher. I also put this on above the eyebrow a little bit too. And now we're going to move on to eyeshadow and eyeliner. So to help us get like a perfect clean line, I'm going to take some tape and press on it a couple times so it's not as tacky, and line it up with my lower lid angled up at the end of my eyebrow, and just press it there. Then taking my eyeshadow palette here, I am going for a light matte gray, and I'm going to start applying that on the outer corner of my lid. Then taking the next gray darker, I'm going over that lighter gray on the outer corner and almost bring it into my nose contour and just blending those two together a little bit. Then I take the darkest gray and go at the very outer corner. And then I'll take a fluffy eyeshadow brush and just blend all of those together. Then I'll go and take a lighter eyeshadow and just highlight underneath my eyes a little bit. And now into eyeliner. For this, I definitely recommend having a precision liner. For this, I'm using my Kat Von D tattoo liner. And starting at the outer corner of my eye, I'm just going to do one line up first, following that tape line. It's kind of pointed up towards the end of my brow. And then I slowly start to bring that in onto my lid, and just, we are going all out with the wing liner on this because Dio has some super sharp eyeliner. I mean, yeah. And yeah, once you get that clean wing, feel free to remove the tape. And so I also bring the liner down to my inner corner and kind of point it. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Then when you finish your top liner, you can go on and start lining your lower lash line. I only line about 3/4 of my lower lash line, kind of lining it up with that inner corner point. You can see, so it kind of creates the illusion of like a bigger eye. And then Dio also has 2 flicks that are kind of like 2 lower lashes, and I just kind of carefully draw out the little triangle-y, like really thin triangles on the lower line. Then after you finish the liner, you can take a white or flesh tone pencil and line your lower waterline. Then take a black pencil and carefully tight line your upper waterline. Then you can go ahead and move on to mascara. Take whatever your favorite brand is in black and apply it to your upper and lower lashes. Now it's time for lips. If you haven't already, go ahead and put in your Dio fangs, just as a reminder. If you wear fangs for Dio, I do, you obviously don't want to get lipstick on your fangs while putting them in, so it's best to have them in already. So depending on what Dio you're doing, it will depend on what lipstick you're going to use, but for the most common Dio, he wears green. So take a green lipstick and a lipstick liner brush and carefully start lining your lips. And I make my outer corner of my lips point up a little bit for like a devilish grin. And another thing is I make the tips of my upper lips very pointy. Then once you're done lining, you can go ahead and fill in. And for this, I use like a mix of two green lipsticks. So I'll use NYX Macaron and a Clean Color lipstick. And I like the mix of the two greens. And then because I like to make the lips a little bit gradient, I will take a darker green eyeshadow and apply that on the outer corners of my lips. And kind of blend that inwards till I get like a nice gradient green. And then one last little important detail is Dio has 3 little dots, like birthmarks, on his left ear, so just add those with your eyeliner. And then last but not least, make sure you go and set everything with a makeup setting spray. And then you're set to go ahead and put on your wig and everything else. And don't forget, Dio has black nails as well. Anyways, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I am so sorry I haven't made any tutorials for months and months and months, but I do have a Rohan one coming, so I hope you guys will look forward to that, and thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys later in another tutorial. Bye!